So I thought of a new map idea, and so I'm making this map idea. Okay, so let me explain. So let's start with the history of this region. So, basically, there are 3 climates. More of a swampy area over here, a plains biome with a bit of forest in the corner, and then there is the actual just straight up swamp. This is swampy, this is swamp. So, let's start off with the first people coming here. They came from the north and west and quickly colonized the region. Okay, part 2. Civilization level early on. Now I can actually use the map for this. So we start with the fourth kingdom of Nitirion, which quickly expanded here, but, this is mountain. But its idea of civilizations quickly spread far into the swamp to form this kingdom, which unironically was a lot bigger. This civilization that started civilization. But now we get the third contender. Deep in the south, right here, there's a kingdom called ruisd. Or basically, they make a lot of money from this river. And finally, the final kingdom is the Swamp Kingdom, which is right at the edge of the map here. They would be mentioned for a while, but they are mostly nomads. Now these would be the 4 start bases of civilization, and most civilizations have ancestry back to these. So quickly, the Red Kingdom quickly started to expand and discovered water to the west of them. But quickly conquered all. But quickly discovered another mountain more west. So they discovered they had a pretty good choke point. Because you want to get between here and here. You either A, have to go for this choke point, or B, go all the way around this massive mountain. Not convenient. And now let's start with this society. They found gold. Very new to the surface, luckily. And, gold is pretty important for trade. So they quickly expanded into the swampy biome as well, where they discovered more and more gold. This place, who already had water, was able to quickly expand, but they had this weird effect where they were forced to kind of expand around it. And also conquer a bit of this. As they fell down here, just kind of expanded a bit, and heard about gold in the north. You can guess who that came from. And it just kind of expanded. Now, we get to the trade period, where trade started up. So now we start with one of the 4 split-off kingdoms from one of the main kingdoms, which basically is somebody from here who started building over here in another mountainous area, and also found a lot of animals, and found a lot of fertile soil. So, yeah, you can guess where the ting tong, this trade came from, going from here to here. And this made them rich. Because everybody's gonna be like, wee! Instead of, because, it's just faster. Speaking of ruisd, quickly expanded down south, and actually went kind of off the map. Now owning the whole entire river. And expanded west a bit. For some reason. The quick expansion of the kingdom of Tateo into the swampy region, getting out of the swamp, was a quick conquest for them. now you can, now here are all the trade routes in a pinkish color. There's the biggest trade route, which is this trade route, which mostly goes here. Now there are some small trade routes, like this trade route, because there's some people who are poor and cannot pay taxes. And the last day fair trade routes are the most interesting, because some of them, because they have different paths to go to all civilizations. So here's the main things. You can see, why were they getting so rich? Because of this. They were also getting rich, but the only reason why they had these things going for them is because they were the trading kingdom that was being, traded to. They got the products. Okay, now that we're done with the trading map. No, stop. Oh my god, I hate this. Okay, now that we got the trade out thing figured out for all of you, now let's start with the big problem. This pretty important problem. Now there's a massive vassal state over here, which started to expand rapidly and getting the forced border touch, really. So now there was a lot of kingdoms on this trade route, therefore meant a lot of taxes. Therefore, remember the trade route that was this was the point became a lot more prominent. Because you had to go through practically 3 actual kingdoms if you wanted to get from there, if you wanted to get from here to here. Which, is not good for business. But we're getting close to the end of the Neolithic era, and we're getting to the beginning of the civilization that way. This can be a long series, just so you know. Last they failed, kept expanding west, as I mentioned, for some reason. They would soon discover something down the ocean. And this was why the Pharaoh became rich, because now they boarded the ocean, which, has fish, and it's easy to trade on. So, before the age finally ends, let's do the trade routes. Okay, so, all the prominent trade routes. Yeah, of course, there's still this trade route, but it's less prominent now. And this trade route, which became 10 times more prominent. Then the last affair had now a lot of people going to their civilizations. Like, a lot of people. So they had what's called the Latter-day Fair routes. Also, they had a lot of routes. Like, a lot of routes. And they had this route. So yeah, here are the actual routes you can physically take. You can see where the most routes are. Mostly right here in those 2 orange civilizations. So now they were the main trading centers of the world, because whereas they fell and the Swamp Kingdom. If these weren't there, these would be. But these are really the ones at the edge of the world. So that was the end of episode 1 of the civilizations. They would quickly, after this, begin the civilization era, where there'd be a lot more civilizations. Bye.